example, glucose is filtered. Napunta siya sa proximal convoluted, but the patient's glucose is normal. So, hindi dapat natin itapon yung glucose niya. Otherwise, mag-hypoglycemia si pasyente. We have to salvage the glucose back sa circulation. Papaano? Diba sabi natin, there are surrounding capillaries dito sa tubule natin. So, dito nagkakaroon tayo ng exchange, okay, ng glucose pabalik sa circulation. So, pag bumalik siya dito, okay, that will, of course, get back, okay, via your renal vein. Pabalik sa circulation natin, outside the kidney. Okay? So, ganun nangyayari yung reabsorption. Ma'am, how about secretion? Example, unfiltered yung blood, ma'am. Hindi naman siya na-filter. Hindi siya nahulog dun sa proximal convoluted. Is there a chance that that substance can cross the capillary papunta sa tubule kahit di siya na-filter? Meron. Okay, like for example, when there's a need for us to remove hydrogen ions, okay, to maintain the acid-base balance, okay? So, lalabas siya, okay, from the capillary, okay, papunta dun sa tubules natin and doon sa ating urine, okay? So, ngayon, tignan natin yung another image natin. Okay, wait lang po. O, ayan siya. Kung na-imagine nyo na yung kanina, ito yung ating renal artery, the red one. Yung renal artery, sabi natin, it's divided into 5 segmental arteries and then further divided into your lobular and your interlobular arteries. So, ito na sila, okay? Kung mapapansin ninyo, ito na yung, anong nephron ulit ang tawag natin dito? Because this is the cortex, right, of your kidney and this is the medullary portion, okay? So, what nephron is this again? This is your
Juxtamedullary.
Yes, okay. And this one is your
Cortical nephron.
cortical nephron. So they empty in your collecting duct. So ang napupunta dito is yung ating final urine. At saan nag-empty sila? Doon sa ating renal pelvis. All your collecting tubules, no, join doon sa ating renal pelvis where they empty the urine papunta sa ating ureter and then the bladder, okay? So that's how it is, okay? So ngayon, I'll show you a video or no, it's a simulation of the renal blood flow. Kasi ang unang function na i-discuss natin ay yung renal blood flow ninyo, okay? So para maintindihan ninyo, wait lang guys. Ano ba to? Sa lens, available po yung material na to. Kaso ang problema ko pala, hindi ko ma-open si lens. Nagloloko na naman siya. Ayun. Section, dito na lang. Wala pa. Okay, dito. Okay. Share screen. Okay. So dito, tinatrace natin kung paano pumapasok yung dugo muna sa kidney natin. Yung dugo na i-filter natin. So this is the renal artery. Okay? So tignan natin. Ayan, that's the blood, yung red doon na. Okay? Papasok sa renal artery natin. To the segmental artery, sabi natin we have 5, okay, of your segmental artery. Papunta saan? Interlobal artery. Arcuate artery. Okay, in the video, we call that your lobular muna and then we have your interlobular. Okay, so yung, kung maalala nyo sa picture kanina, may straight, di ba, na parang artery and vein. That straight one is they call your arcuate artery. Okay, so that's how your blood flows, okay, papasok sa kidney natin from the renal artery papunta sa mga lobules. Okay? So next naman is, paano naman ma'am yung itsura pagdating natin dun sa mga lobules? Di ba ma'am, sabi mo doon, nandoon yung mga nephron natin. So ito na siya. Okay? So ito again, ang blow-up image nito ay ito. Okay? So this is your cortical nephron. This is your juxtamedullary nephron. So guys, no, susundan nyo, ito ang blood. Nakikita nyo po ba? This is the blood. yung bilog dyan na red, okay? Yan yung titignan ninyo kung paano yung galaw nila. Kasi here, in this simulation, it's showing you, okay, yung flow ng blood dun sa dalawang nephrons natin. Kasi we have your cortical and your juxtamedullary. So, tignan nyo. Napansin niyo, so from the segmental artery, this is the arcuate artery, okay? Dun sa interlobular, we have your arcuate. Papasok siya dun sa afferent arteriole ninyo. So, tignan nyo, guys. Kahit yung isa munang nephron ang tignan nyo kasi pag dalawa sinusundan nyo na duduling kayo, okay? Ito muna kayo sa may juxtamedullary para mahaba, okay? So that's your blood coming in your interlobular artery and then your afferent arteriole papunta saan? Sa glomerulus natin. Oy, nagkaroon ng filtration dyan, di ba? Yung iba, na substances natin napunta sa proximal convoluted tubule and we call that fluid as your plasma ultrafiltrate. Okay? Paano yung mga unfiltered blood? Okay? Yung hindi na-filter. Anong mangyayari? Lalabas sila sa glomerulus via what arteriole again?
Efferent.
Yeah, that's your efferent. Okay, so efferent arteriole. Lumabas siya. Sabi natin interconnected yung mga blood vessels na yan, nakapulupot sa mga tubules natin, the proximal, okay, convoluted and your distal. So we call them your peritubular capillaries in that area. At sa loop of Henle, we call them your vasa recta. Okay? So ayan siya. Ngayon, ma'am, di ba yan na yung unfiltered blood natin? So paano siya babalik sa circulation? So nakita natin, papunta naman ngayon siya sa interlobular vein natin. Okay? Ayan. Papunta sa segmental vein or arcuate, I should say, arcuate vein. And saan siya paano siya lalabas? Okay? From the arcuate vein, lalabas sila, okay, dun sa segmental, ayan, interlobal vein, okay, and then your renal vein, papalit. Okay. So, yan na, okay, yung mga different structures ng nephrons po natin. Okay? So, ulitin lang natin. Pag inuulit natin, mas naaalala po natin. Okay? So, again, this is your juxtamedullary nephron. This is the portion, okay, in your cortex and this one in your medulla. Okay? So, guys, if you can see, we have here the glomerulus. Dito nangyayari yung tinatawag po nating filtration. So, the blood comes in your glomerulus via your afferent arteriole. And this is your glomerular capillary. Okay, mamaya malalaman natin, ma'am, paano nangyayari yung filtration. Okay, so yung na-filter na blood, sabi natin, papasok siya ng proximal convoluted tubule. You have to take note, yung ating glomerulus, nabalot siya ng capsule called your Bowman's capsule. Okay, that extends papunta ng PCT ninyo hanggang collecting tubule. The unfiltered blood, yung hindi natin na-filter, umaalis siya ng glomerulus via your efferent arteriole. Joining, okay, the rest of the unfiltered blood, pabalik sa circulation, paalis ng kidney via your renal vein. Okay? So this is the proximal convoluted tubule. It's highly coiled. Okay? And if you can see in the picture, it's surrounded by your blood vessels. Again, how do you call the blood vessels that surround, okay, your proximal convoluted and your distal? In the chat box as a direct message. How do you call that again? The capillaries surrounding, okay, itong proximal convoluted ninyo at distal convoluted. O, si Miss Parunggaw lang ang estudyante ko. Yes kayo ng yes. Okay, so let's have Jezreel. Jezreel, anong sagot mo, anak?
Peritubular capillaries
Yes,
po, ma'am.
okay. So after your PCT, we have here your descending loop of Henle and then the ascending loop of Henle. And there's also surrounding capillaries. How do you call these surrounding capillaries? In the chat box, please. Okay. Si Miss Tabisula.
Vasa recta po, ma'am.
Yes, that's your vasa recta. And then your distal convoluted and your collecting duct. Okay? So, yan po yung itsura ng ating nephron. Okay? Importante na alam po natin to guys kasi pagdating nyo sa renal disease, dito nyo ma-appreciate na, okay, kaya pala ganito yung urinalysis picture ng patient na may sira sa glomerulus, ng patient na may sira sa tubules. Okay? So, it's important for us to appreciate, okay, yung mga parts po na to and their function. Okay? So, introduction pa lang pala yun, okay? So again, your nephrons, okay, there are 1 to 1.5 million, okay, of nephrons per kidney, and there are two types. We have your cortical and your juxtamedullary nephrons. So guys, tandaan ninyo, yung cortical nephrons natin, they have shorter loop of Henle. They function more on the removal of waste products and reabsorption of filtered nutrients. Though they also function in the concentration, pero dito mas nagpa-function tong mga nephrons natin na to. And then we have your juxtamedullary nephrons with longer loops of Henle, okay? Thus, they function more on the urine concentration, okay? Juxtamedullary because, okay, the majority of the loop of Henle no, extends doon sa ating kidney medulla, okay? So what are the functions of the nephron? First, we have renal blood flow. Guys, no, na-discuss na actually natin yung renal blood flow. Nakita nyo na kung paano dumadalo yung dugo doon sa ating nephrons, papasok saan? Sa ating afferent, papunta sa glomerulus. Yung unfiltered, pumupunta siya saan? Efferent. Dudugtong sa ating peritubular capillaries, doon sa ating vasa recta, tapos babagsak ulit doon sa ating renal vein. Okay, that's renal blood flow. Okay, glomerular filtration. Okay, nakita nyo naman kanina, sabi natin, some of the substances na nandun sa glomerulus natin, bumabagsak sila sa PCT. Okay, that's filtration. Mamaya malalaman natin, ma'am, paano nakaka-filter yung glomerulus natin? Paano siya nakakasala? Okay? And then we have tubular reabsorption and then your tubular secretion. Okay? So in the laboratory, you have lots of tests no, na pwede natin gamitin to assess these functions. Okay? So renal blood flow. Again, your blood enters the glomerulus via your afferent arteriole, and it will leave the glomerulus via your efferent, joining the blood in your peritubular capillaries, your renal vein. So summary na lang ito guys, nung pinakita ko kanina sa inyo na simulation. So ganon dumadalo yung blood sa ating nephron. Papasok sa kidney, palabas sa ating kidney. Okay? So, eto na yung ating nephron. So, again, okay, that's renal blood flow. Okay, naintindihan nyo ba yung renal blood flow? Thumbs up kung oo. Kung hindi, you have to raise your hand. Okay. So now, what is the renal plasma flow? Okay, gaano daw karami? Okay, yung blood na dumadaloy, okay, doon at nafi-filter sa ating kidney, sa ating glomerulus. Sabi niya, in a person with an average body size of 1.73, it's the renal blood flow, the amount of blood, okay, passing doon sa ating glomerulus ay 1,200 ml per minute, or the plasma, okay, is at 600 to 700 ml per minute. So, makikita natin dito, no, that there are three processes. In fact, dun sa tatlong function ng ating kidney, tatlo dun ang importante sa formation ng ating urine. Ano yon? Glomerular filtration, your reabsorption, and your secretion. Okay? So, first, let's look into glomerular filtration. Guys, I hope na urinal blood flow na intindihan ninyo. It talks about the flow of the blood in and out of our glomerulus, in and out of the kidney. Okay? So first, we have glomerular filtration. Okay? Saan daw nangyayari ulit yung ating glomerular filtration? Sa ating glomerulus. Okay? It's a tuft of 8 capillary lobes. So it's a lobe of capillaries, okay? And thus we call it also your glomerular capillary, okay? It's located or it's encapsulated in your Bowman's capsule, okay? and it performs non-selective filtration. So guys, no substances daw with a molecular weight of less than 70,000, they are freely filtered na lumalabas daw sila, nasasala daw sila, nafi-filter sila sa glomerulus natin. Okay? But you have to remember that, ma'am, what about albumin? Kasi sabi mo kanina, ma'am, yung glomerulus natin, capillary siya, di ba? So blood vessel siya. And we know that your blood vessels in the walls, we have your endothelial cells, they are fenestrated. They have pores. So ma'am, albumin is small that it can pass through that. Bakit hindi normal din, ma'am, na makakita tayo ng albumin? Because you have to remember, there are other factors that affect, okay, the filtration that happens in our glomerulus. So it's true na maliliit yung albumin natin, but they cannot pass through because of what we call your shield of negativity. Okay? Kaya nga, nagkakaroon lang tayo, guys, ng presence ng albumin or ng mga significant proteins na to kapag nasisira na yung glomerulus. Example, in your diabetic patients, okay, who have nephrotic syndrome, sira na, okay, yung shield of negativity ng kidney nila. Kaya kahit yung mga bagay-bagay na hindi dapat napupunta sa filtrate natin, ay nakikita na natin. Eh yung filtrate, di ba, if you still remember, yan yung nagiging urine natin. After further reabsorption and secretion, ang final output nun ay yung urine ninyo. Okay? So what are the factors that affect the filtration that happens in your glomerulus? So guys, we have 3 factors daw. Ano daw yon? We have your cellular structure, your hydrostatic and your oncotic pressure, and also your RAAS or your renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system. So ma'am, paano ba itong factors na to nakaka-affect doon sa filtration na nangyayari doon sa ating urine? So guys, una daw ay yung cellular structure. So ading tatandaan ninyo, sabi natin yung glomerulus natin, pangsala. It's a filter, okay? Diba naalala nyo guys, pag gumagawa ng salad yung nanay ninyo, to separate yung kaong, do you know what's kaong?
Yes po, ma'am.
Yung kabkabilyo dyan salad, di ba? So, anong gagawin ni nanay nyo, di ba? Para hindi matapon yung kaong o kapag nagsasala kayo, for example, ng pansit canton, di ba? You use a pansala. Okay? So, it's like a sieve. Okay? Para hindi mahulog, okay, yung malalaki, ang malalaglag lang ay yung tubig. Okay? Kung may mas maliit pa dun sa sinasala ninyo, di malalaglag, may iwan lang yung desired na ano ninyo. Okay? So, ganun din yung glomerulus. Yung malalaki, bumabalik sa circulation, yung pass through, sila yung mafi-filter na pupunta sa urine. Though, sabi nga natin, may instances na kahit na-filter na siya, na tinagon, bumabalik pa rin sa circulation kasi meron tayong function of reabsorption. So, ano daw ba yung itsura nung capillary natin? Bakit yung glomerular capillaries natin or yung glomerulus natin apay makasala? Bakit siya may filter? Okay? There are 3 layers, okay, that we can see there. Nasa video kanina, kung naalala ninyo. First, we have the capillary wall. Diba sabi natin, this is your afferent arteriole. O kunwari lang ha, na nag-drawing ako ng maganda, kahit hindi nyo maawatan, okay? O kunwari ganyan, okay? So, okay. So, di ba ito yung glomerulus natin?